Hey everybody, MorbTron here. Today we are looking at the new seasonal exotic for Season of Arrivals. It is the Witherhoard. Now you can unlock this weapon at rank 1 if you have the Season Pass, and if you do not have the Season Pass, you can unlock this thing at rank 35. And it is amazing. It is by far and above the best seasonal exotic we have ever gotten since Bungie switched over to their seasonal model. This thing is a single-shot grenade launcher that does kinetic damage, although it's more like pools of Blight and Blight damage, but that's not an actual damage type, so it sits in the kinetic slot. Now, this thing also, being an exotic, is not subject to weapon sunsetting, so this thing will be around forever. So get used to seeing this thing because it is absolutely amazing. Now, there's two different ways that you can use this weapon, and you can use them in conjunction as well. If you hit something with direct damage, it'll do a damage over time tick, and if you hit them again while they're already taking that damage, it does considerably more damage and refreshes the tick. Or you can shoot the ground, and it leaves this pool of Blight that does quite a bit of damage, and you can see here it actually is pretty big. In PvE, I kind of wish it was a bigger pool, but in places like the Crucible, basically a 9-meter wide pool of Blight is going to hurt quite a bit. Now, there's a couple ways that you can use this weapon, like I said, and in PvE it is fantastically fun to use. So we have our little buddy here, our simulated ogre friend, and just kind of to show what this weapon can do, the first direct hit doesn't do much damage, but the second one does a lot more and refreshes the tick. But he can also lay one down on the ground and have both of those damage ticks going off at the same time, and hey presto, it is dead, and leaves that pool of Blight there on the ground. But there's another way that you can use this thing too, and that's with like damage increasing things like Melting Point here will also increase the damage of everything. You see, this is totally just destroying this ogre, and goodbye sir. But probably the best and most efficient way to use this weapon is timing it with other weapons in conjunction. Now, you could use things like a heavy grenade launcher or a machine gun or something along those lines, or I've been actually having a lot of fun with one of the new swords that basically is a legendary version of Boltcaster from Destiny 1. So what you can do here is you can just blight the target, maybe even blight the ground as well, and then you have about 8 to 9 seconds to do damage from other sources. So if you light the target up with a heavy machine gun or a heavy grenade launcher or some sort of other heavy weapon, or even like your super, you have those 9 seconds of tick damage that's going to just, well, it gives you a lot of stacking damage. And when you throw in even more dot damage, it just makes it even more fun. That's kind of why I've been using this sword that's basically Boltcaster at the same time, just because it's just so damn fun. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this thing into the Crucible. But one last thing before I do that. Now, the catalyst for this weapon, I do not have it unlocked yet, but what it does do is it provides a bonus to handling, and it also gives it auto-loading holster, which will make it a lot better to pair up with some sort of other heavy weapon. Maybe not Temptation's Hook, but maybe something like Air Apparent, or even just a grenade launcher that has spike grenades or full court or whatever you want to pair it with. But it'll make it a great weapon to just refresh the dot, refresh the Blight, and then switch to a different weapon. Maybe another heavy grenade launcher that also has auto-loading holster. Who knows? Maybe you can just auto-loading holster it up and just completely melt your target down without ever having to reload. Man, the sword is fun. But let's hop into the Crucible now and see if we can use this thing in the Crucible. Alright, so we got Clash on Radiant Cliffs. Not the best map, I would say, for this weapon, as it's going to be better used to, you know, block entryways, things like that. Hey, there we go. I murdered somebody with it already. Oh, I'm almost dead, though. Going for that ammo was not a good idea. Before we get too far into the chaos of the Crucible match, though, I do want to point out that using this weapon, if you direct hit any Guardian, even a Guardian that's in most supers, you will kill them. Because of the damage tick. The damage tick will absolutely murder most Guardians. Now, the only super that can outright survive a direct hit is someone in a Well of Radiance. You actually need to do a direct hit and then do a little bit more damage in order to get the job done. Ow! But things, of course, like a Sentinel Titan in super can block the shot, and a Middle Tree Hunter can reflect it, and you can then take... Okay. Can reflect it, and then, of course, you can take damage from that grenade, because it becomes their projectile. But any direct hit to any other Guardian will end their career, basically. It'll shut them down. They'll not have a good time. Ow, my face. Oh, let's get out of here because I'm low health. Ow. No. And I direct hit them, so they die. Apar Savathun's Doormat. But direct hitting enemies with this weapon. Now, I'm used to other single-shot grenade launchers that have a much quicker projectile speed and a lot less arc to the projectile, especially when you compare it to something like Mountaintop, the other, wildly used kinetic grenade launcher that guy's using right there. So the travel time or the travel speed of the projectile is very slow comparatively, and oh, I am suppressed. And the arc for it seems to be a lot more steep than other single-shot grenade launchers. At least that's what it feels like to me, anyway. But the catalyst for this weapon... That was a good snipe. The catalyst for this weapon requires Guardian grenade launcher kills, and I believe they can be with any grenade launcher. So if you want to go ahead and use Mountaintop to get the catalyst, if you want to... Did I direct hit that guy? I did not. Oh, okay. Symmetry. Don't see that very often. But yeah, so a map like this, I'm probably not going to do too well because I'm specifically going to be trying to use this weapon to highlight it. And that Guardian just hippity-hopped right over that. And now we are out. Oh, I'm sorry, dude, I got you killed. You are peeking right into my fire, sir. I'm just gonna go this way, pick up this special ammo. Yes, hello, you die please, thank you. Let's put up the shield. No! The symmetry guy got me again. That's fine. So yeah, is this this grenade launcher here is going to take some getting used to for sure, especially if you're used to things like Mountaintop. But the whole being able to take any Guardian out of their super, even a Bubble Titan, if you can manage to hit them inside of their bubble, it'll take them down. So very cool. Oh, okay. The other thing, Antaeus wards will also reflect. Antaeus wards. I forgot about those, because I haven't played this game in a while. Alright, let's use our super. Okay, I don't know how he survived that. We just used like 4 supers at once though, so that's neat. lob those down that way. Let's go get this power ammo. But, yeah, I think I'm actually going to... Oh, there we go. Dude stepped in my stuff, and he died for it. Ow. Yeah, I'm going to end the video there, because it doesn't need to go on any longer than that. I've explained how to use the weapon and all that stuff, and honestly, the Crucible gameplay is just not up to par. I apologize. It's been probably a good month and a half since I've actually, like, dedicated myself to playing this game. And, it showed... Oh, see, that would have been a hit with Mountaintop. And it shows. So there we go. That is the end of this video. Yeah, I'm going to be using this grenade launcher a whole hell of a lot because I have fun with it. So there you go. You should get used to it being around as well because it not an exotic, not going to go away. But yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody. And I will catch you all next time.